Vibhuti Pada deals with dharana, dhyana and samadhi. What does dharana mean? Dharana means holding. Or holding your concentration or having a steady focus. I like to use the word focus more than concentration. Because concentration causes some stress. If you tell a child, concentrate on your studies, it will feel stressful. You are better. But if you expose a child to a game or a sport that he or she likes, or a film that they like, or some serial or Chota Bheem or whatever they like, they will steadily keep their focus on that. They are concentrating, but without stress. So I like to use the word steady focus for dharana. So when you practice dharana, you are binding your mind, your Shakti to one place. There's a bind. You're getting married to something. That is, your Shakti and your mind is focused on one place. Place, idea, object, mantra, all that. We will see there are 5 types of dharanas. There's a major misunderstanding that happens here. Dharana is training yourself to meditate. It is not actual meditation. What is the difference between dharana and dhyana? It's very difficult. It's a very subtle difference. You are training, suddenly the dhyana will happen. Okay? So Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks about 5 different types of dharana. The first one is called vitarka. Vitarka is when you practice binding your mind to a solid object. That means you could meditate on some sensory awareness or visualization or deep breathing or mantra. So this is vitarka. Tarka, you know what is tarka? Tarka is an idea of an object. For example, in every Vedic meditation, there is a dhyana mantra and there is a japa mantra. A dhyana mantra talks about the visual medium. For example, I cannot give the whole dhyana mantra, but for, let's say, Narasimha. Nrsimha muruvruka ravitrinetram. Just one line of the 4 lines of dhyana, which means Nrsimha muruvruka ravitrinetram. Narasimha possesses 3 round suns for his eyes. S-U-N, sun. 1, 2, 3. Nrsimha muruvruka ravitrinetram. And then it explains how you must visualize Narasimha outside of you, and then slowly bring and establish the Narasimha dhyana rupam into you, and then do the japa. The japa mantra you probably know. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatam Mukam Nrsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityu Namamyaham. Which is a very powerful Nrsimha mantra. So the japa mantra is openly given to people. But if you want to get the vitarka, the dharana mantra for this, then one must get initiated. Okay, so this is vitarka, where you have visualization, breathing and mantras. Okay, the second one is called vichara. Vichara is when you have, for example, I want to become like Purushottama Rama. It could be a matter, or you could look at the writing on a wall which is shaped like an Om. Om, you can draw an Om, or you can look at an idol, and then you can bring your focus to that. That is the second type of meditation. Sometimes you can also meditate on nothing. That also comes in vichara, because meditating on nothing like the Buddhists do is also vichara. If you're not thinking of something, then you're not thinking of something. That is nothing. Nothing is also something, because you are focusing on it. There is a non-focus way of meditation which is not prescribed in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, but which comes in Tantra. Okay? The third one is called Ananda. This is the practice of seeking joy while meditating. So you can take any of the dharanas and suddenly you will feel this beautiful joy building up inside of you. So you drop the dharana that you had taken and you get into this joy. And slowly with practice you will be able to focus only on the joy which lies within you. You are already Chidananda Rupa. Ananda is already there, joy is already there in you. The fourth methodology is called Asmita. Asmita Dharana, where you focus on I. For example, you could sit, which is one of the techniques in Buddhist meditation practices of Vipassana, where you practice on, you recall, what did I do today? Okay, I did this, I did this, I did this. So what is the focus? I. Asmita or Ahankara. Even that is a type of accepted dharana. Then finally, Shunya, which only Buddhists have prescribed, which according to Patanjali and to me, both fall into Vichara. Okay? Here I would like to bring to your notice, we also teach what is called as Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, which prescribes 112 dharana vidhanas. It gives you 112 meditative techniques. And all the techniques in the world fall into these 112 techniques. In the first technique, or the first half of the first technique, liberated Buddha made Gautama Buddha the enlightened master. Just the first half of the first technique. So maybe if you are around, all of you, Ajay has also joined us today, maybe he can get, I'm not talking about giving dikshas, just to understand what are the 112 dharanas, which is one of the greatest texts of our tradition. Okay? Then the seventh part of yoga is dhyana. You know, dhyana is the actual practice of meditating. It is the state of meditating. This is the process of meditation. So, as you start meditating, going deeper and deeper and deeper towards the core, towards the center of your being, which is also the center of everybody's being, you will acquire what is called Vibhutis, Siddhis and Shaktis, extraordinary supernatural powers. And if somebody gets stuck in any of these Siddhis, if anybody gets stuck in these supernatural powers, then they will be misled from the real objective of moksha. The real objective of yoga is moksha. Remember this. Why did you begin with yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana? You have done all this only to get misled. You have done all this for moksha. And I would like to stress upon all the yogis, these siddhis can only attract others. These powers are to show others. It cannot help you. What will you do with these powers? Only impress somebody else, right? So all these gurus and yogis who are showing off their powers, I will go underground for 40 days. I will stand on 1 feet for 20 years. I will sit on fire. I will sleep on a bed of nails. This is all to attract and impress others. But others are not going to give you moksha. Only going within you can give you liberation. Attracting others, impressing others, showing magic tricks, miracles, putting vibhuti onto somebody's hand. All this is not going to help you. It is not going to make you a yogi. So all the good traditions, including Patanjali, have said, stay away from these vibhutis, stay away from siddhis. You will get it anyway. But don't stop there. Your destination is moksha. Go there. Your destination is Delhi. You got down in Tumkur because you liked the weather. What's the point? It is the ultimate litmus test. Yes, Trinath, you're right. So we'll quickly look at what are the siddhis. See, these siddhis manifest in combination. It is never one. They say anima, mahima, garima, lagima, prapti, prakamya, ishitva and vashitva. I will explain each one of them. Anima is the ability to reduce one size. Remember Sundara Kanda. If you want to remember the siddhis, remember Sundara Kanda of Ramayana, where Hanumanji becomes very small to go into the mouth of the demoness, Rakshasi. Anima, reduce one side. Mahima, the ability to grow very big. Garima, ability to increase weight. Lagima, ability to become lighter than the lightest. Prapti, the ability to manifest anything. This is a siddhi which is becoming very popular these days through the law of attraction. It is a siddhi. Prapti. Prakamya, ability to acquire anything that is desired. What is the difference between prapti and prakamya? Prapti would mean you can use even physical strength, like garima or mahima. Okay? Prakamya is instantaneous. You desire and it comes. You read the story of one Gandh Baba. Gandh Baba also went to the same mystical institute as I did. But he got this great ability to create, to create beautiful scents out of nothing. Gandha. So if you gave him a kerchief, he would just wipe and make the kerchief smell like a rose. If you gave him a bird, the bird would start smelling of sandal. In fact, his supernatural power is also mentioned by some foreign authors. You read the book Paul Brunton's In Search of Secret India. There he mentions Gandh Baba. He belonged to my school of mysticism. Okay, but he stopped there. But he knew he had stopped there. He said, I have to show these supernatural siddhis so that people get attracted to Kriya Yoga. People get attracted to Natha Sampradaya. So there are some people who do that. They stop there. Okay? Ishitva. Ishitva means lordship over all the creation. I remember when I was doing my sadhana, I got a little bit of this siddhi, where I would be able to communicate with trees and birds and animals. All the creation, everything in this universe, you become Ishvara of that. The word Aishwarya, Ishitva is all connected to Ishvara. The ownership. What is the ownership? Ownership is when you are able to communicate and control something, isn't it? So you get that power also. Vashitva. Vashitva is a negative form of the same power, where even if the other person doesn't want to communicate or doesn't want you to control, see, you can control people through people. I'll give you an example. People through two methods. First method is to become a friend, that you also surrender, they will also surrender. That is one method. The second method, if they don't surrender, you use force. Bring a gun, keep a gun on their head, they will follow you. You can create control there also. That is Vashitvam. You've heard of all these Vashikarana mantras, this and all. All that is because of this siddhi, where you control people even when they don't want it. I highly recommend that you understand this for academic reasons. Don't try going behind all these siddhis. There are also 9 treasures like Padma Raga, which is ruby. There is a hidden meaning of what this means. Padma Raga is what is called as a yogi's heart. If you see Jesus Christ, he is shown with a red heart like a ruby. Many photographs. That means he is the possessor of this Padma Raga. This Padma Raga, this ruby that is the heart, is a special mechanism. You can throw anything at it, it will convert it into something else. Okay, but we are not going into all this. Mahapadma, that is the lotus, also called the Hridaya Kamala or the Kamala which is on your head, the Sahasrara. I am not going to deep explanation of this. These are Navanidhis, Ashtasiddhis and Navanidhis. 9 treasures. The third is Shankha, the conch. The fourth is Makara, the crocodile. The fifth is Kachapa. Kachapa means tortoise. The sixth is Mukunda, jasmine. The seventh is Nanda. Nanda is also a sort of joy, which is like intoxicating joy. Okay? Neela, which is sapphire. And Karva. Karva is an innumerable collection of treasures. Okay, you are staying. Very good, Ajay. So here, this is the Vibhuti Pada where he explains what you get, how you get it, and how you should use it or not use it, and what are the circumstances when you are given these kind of powers, or you receive these kind of powers, or you... Actually, these powers are all inside of us even now. But it is a tragedy if somebody stays there and doesn't grow beyond that.